Here, if you want, you received a letter. Well, you received a letter and forwarded it to me. It was addressed to yourself, to Dale Honeyman, and to Stephen Dreisler as president of the school board. And I guess it's from a group of people we're calling the Islanders because they represent they're the owners of the various island properties within the village. And they've asked for the town and the village and the school district to consider adopting what they're calling a payment in lieu of tax agreement. And it's basically to avoid having to pay more taxes than somebody in the town would pay, but they wouldn't mind if it was split up between the three taxing jurisdictions. That's sort of what I get from it. They attached to the letter a copy of an IDA pilot, which really has no bearing on this, but there are some problems with the approach they want to take. You know, without commenting on the merits of what they want to do, just procedurally, you're only allowed to enter into payment in lieu of tax agreements where there's a specific statute that allows it. The New York State statutes for industrial development agencies have that enabling legislation. The real property tax law also specifies a few other cases where you can do that. But I know of no statutory authorization that would allow a payment in lieu of tax agreement like they're describing. I'm always happy to be better educated, but I don't see it here. I did talk to Joe Russell, who's the town attorney on this. He also is of the same opinion, I believe. I don't know if anybody's heard from the school. County would obviously have to be involved in this too, because they're also taxing jurisdiction. They would have to be involved in any pilot. So I don't know if you want to respond to this letter quite yet. It's dated September 30th. It's still fairly recent. But I'm having trouble at the moment finding a way to legally do what they want to do. That's without starting to address the wisdom of what they want to do and whether it's a good idea or a bad idea for the village, even if you could do it. First, we have to know, can you even do it? If you can't do it, we don't have to get into those other discussions. There may be other options available to them. I don't know if it's my job to advise them of those options. They want to seek their own counsel on that matter. I'm frankly a little surprised that without, on such a major issue and so many people being involved on the letter, there's quite a list of people that they didn't have their attorney write the letter, but maybe they don't have an attorney yet either, I don't know. But I mean, I'm willing to speak to them or their representative about what the legal basis for this is, but without a legal basis, there's no way to even move the discussion ahead.
Okay. I think that would probably be a next good step if I can get the contact information to you, if you'd be willing to do that.
I mean, I assume we're writing to the gentleman who wrote the letter.
Yeah, Mr. Petrofeza.
Yeah, and I don't mind writing to him as long as I know I have your authority to do it. It might be better if it was a joint letter from the town and the village. I'm sure you've had some conversation with Mr. Hyman about this.